I may be just a little bit on edge, which is weird considering the comfy, cozy environment that I've created, especially compared to when we arrived. Although, oddly enough, even with all the added security, and with all the eyes staring at me from the back of the room, well, there's only one set of eyes unseen that I still feel. Hello everyone, and welcome back once again to Voices of the Void. And last time we collected a sizable number of good boy points for the week. We are loaded. And you guys have given me some advice on how to become even more loaded. There's a lot that I want to do in this part after we were already so productive last time. So let's get right into it. First of all, we need to make sure that we've always got something going since our job doing is now incredibly fast. We are the most efficient employee at the business. Imagine if alongside those max good boy points they also sent you like an Employee of the Week award. You can just hang them up along the wall. I mean, we're the only employee. Imagine if one week they gave it to somebody else, somebody we have no idea about. But for now, let's focus on the things we need. I'm not going to go dumping more into the mining rig just yet like I usually do. No, instead, there's a couple of things I want. First of all, the mask. The scuba mask, to be precise. Oh my god, it's 1,000 credits. I had forgotten about that. Okay, maybe we'll have to save our pennies a bit. The hazmat suit. May seem like a dumb use of funds right now, but believe me, I need it. And beyond that, I'm going to need myself a... Well, for now, let's focus on garbage bags. Just gonna put some into this. There's very little reason not to spend a whole bunch right now. And before we run into some issues, I'm gonna check with this. I should also buy some glow sticks. Something you've been telling me to do for several seasons. We will get to it at this rate. TR check. Yeah, everything's looking pretty good. TR3 could use some assistance. But I just have a whole parade of drone drops coming in right now. You're ready to go. I mean, really, once you get pizza, that's the first sign of growing prosperity, right? There you are. And there's our daily task, 2 signals, level 3. Also, Gaussian field theory. Have we gotten this one yet? This is incredible. This data helps explain so much about deep space field theory. We don't even know where to begin. There are flux patterns like we've never seen, and you can actually hear the shapes interacting. At least, we think that's what we're hearing. Nice job. Keep them coming. Well, Dr. Ken, maybe that's what you hear. What I hear is first, second, third, fourth, fifth contact. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Look at this. Now we're a real spaceman. Although we're not going to be doing very much with it for the time being. No, that comes later, something I'm hoping to make use of here. But first, we're just going to continue our cleanup. Get all of these things. Oh, come on. You guys have finally told me something I had been asking myself for many seasons, which is just sell the batteries because, you know, we can't recycle them. Why keep them around? We need to switch to a primarily sale-based economy. There's so much nonsense just lying around this base. Why aren't we profiting from it? So batteries are going to get sold, some of our craftables are going to get sold, and I was really disappointed in the unfeasibility of selling moonshine, but you guys have pointed out, we saw how expensive sugar was in the shop. Why don't we just sell the sugar? Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So there's our item box, and that is what we will use. Well, like 4 stacks of trash bags hardly made a dent. Maybe the hallways will look a bit clearer now. But we've got this stuff. Meanwhile, we have finally, at long last, if any of them will go in, got one of these. All the drives we can eat, all the rack storage for easy compartmentalization. And there we go. Not going to be running out of these anytime soon, and we can keep this right here where it's convenient. And nom. That thing is still not gone. That's like infinite food so far. Let's just lay out all our batteries. Anything that's 100, we'll keep. Anything that's significantly lower, we won't. Like these, we have completely exhausted. So those should sell for, I believe, about 10 each. Okay, Jumanji, hold your horses. I mean, literally, Jumanji needs to hold its horses, but anyway, we've got a backpack, which we can then equip on our back, and our inventory space just expanded quite a bit. Why? Because we are going on a mission. First off, we need to get to Bravo, and the reason I'm going there first is because I want to make a couple of stops along the way. First stop, of course, is going to be to head over to this money fountain log and stuff our new backpack with as many of these MREs as we can carry. Yep. So the way we do this is a little unintuitive. It doesn't just expand your inventory space. You have to drop the backpack on the ground and then go... There's still 26 of these things remaining. There we go. And just start stuffing them in. We will then leave this place, travel just a little ways down to the beach, and even though it's the dead of winter, we can still grab some of that sugar. So much of it here for the taking. I don't know if it respawns or not, but there is plenty here for plenty more bags. There we go. And that's it. Is there any room remaining in the backpack that we can put it in? Yep, just a bit. I cannot wait to see what we fetch for all this. Look at that sunrise coming back from the beach in the middle of a snowstorm. Seeing all those blinking lights, it's like we've added our own stars. There's just so much nonsense on this table, but we're gonna need to drop a little bit more nonsense on this table. Oh, look at all this. And it's not even all of it. Okay, sugar bag, sugar bag, sugar bag, sugar bag. And then in the backpack, there is one more. So that came out to a nice round number. 4, 5, in addition to the 2 that are already in here. These are 250 credits each on the place. Oh, and we've got another MRE we can put in. Look at that. We actually maxed out the storage space in the item box. That's incredible. So we're sending out 47 garbage bags, 20 MREs, 3 batteries, and 7 sugar bags. I'm excited. Are you excited? What are our guesses for what this is going to be? I mean, those in the know probably have already mathed it out. But get in here, drone. All of this for basically free. Very little effort on our part. How are you doing? Another 16? Oh my god, over 700 credits from that. We bought all that stuff and we're right back where we started. Hey. That mannequin wasn't at that angle before, was it? I don't think anything happened that would have caused it to move either. There were no, like, rumble events in the night or anything like we've been hearing. Also, what is this drone doing? Wait, I didn't call for you. I didn't order whatever this is. Is the drone just stuck in a loop of constantly going back and forth because I ordered so much last night? Oh! Oh god, what a pleasant surprise. Hang on, let's read this note. Hey, Max and I stashed some of your favorite sushi rolls on the D-drone, behind that old Conard's back. Not cheap, buffet, either. You better appreciate it. So, keep at it, and good luck, I guess, mon chéri. Inara and Maxine. Aw. See, this is working-class solidarity, assuming they are doing a similar position and not one of the people who's condescendingly telling us what a great job we did when we bring them gold. I'll just leave this right over here with the rest of the papers. And meanwhile, we have got some sushi. I do like that there's little events like this now, you know? Things that show that, yes, people are aware that we're here. Although sometimes, I admit, it does add to the vibe to feel like we are the only ones. Oh, and some of you guys pointed out, yeah, no, there used to be lockers at the end of this hall. They have absconded. Well, I guess that means we can use this corner for something now, but why? Why that? Why is that the case? Is that just something that's changed between updates? Because I did update the version last time, but I don't know, maybe something else is going on here? If any more lockers go missing, then we'll know that something's up because, well, look at the meat in the freezer down below. Things that go missing tend to go missing gradually. It's like things are trying to see if I'll notice. Anyways, we've still got 2 more hash codes to get for the day, but other than that, we're basically golden. Well, that's all done, and now we've got the day and the park to ourselves. And what all of this is leading towards is I'm trying to turn my sights on the cave. I think we should get a camera to observe it. I think we should, well, try and get inside. I think that's the next big step for us. Speaking of caves, this thing is basically a cave, right? Sometimes I forget that not the whole audience has been here for previous seasons, and I have yet to attempt to enter the bunker. And this one is a 5-digit code. There's a piece of paper on the floor. Do not enter. Okay. But if we come up and over here, we can sort of see inside. And we can see a card on the floor there. So I'm gonna take the hook. And come on. Maybe we can try and fish this thing out. The angles are not gonna want to cooperate. No? Oh, come on! Rip Bozo. Are you kidding me? Are you... Thank you. That was your fault. You're the one that wouldn't grab it. Okay, well, we've got it now. I'm honestly surprised it even has a failsafe for that, considering you're going to see how this is not exactly the golden entrance that you think. Hello? There we go. And it gets us in one door, but not the other. Nope. So I've never understood the point of this. Like, this key card is pretty much just here to tease you. Because either way, you need the password changer, which is available in the store. Yeah, it's definitely taunting us. There have been a lot of radar contacts that have been persistent this season. And I fall for it every time. Oh, and look at that. We can zoom in as well. Zoom in and out. Very interesting. Although, once more, it doesn't really serve me. We've got a couple of new signals to listen to. So let's grab them and give them a listen. Ooh. God. If TR1's at 43, then TR3 must be in a dire state. I just came out here to make sure all the servers were working. Doing more of that. Nothing like a beginning of the episode reset to keep things flowing. know, I'm not sure if it's a good use of time for today, but it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to start shipping through some of this, right? I mean, getting back here with garbage bags would be better. But we can at least make it less of a slog to walk through, right? I mean, even if we just do a little bit each time we come here. Have I seen this type of trash before? Hang on. This is all metal trash. Hang on. That's incredibly useful. I hadn't even realized that was a thing. First of all, it's strange that there's so much here, but I believe this is also the station with the Tinkerer, yes. Which makes this extremely valuable. Okay. Seems like a storm's approaching. You know what? I'm gonna have to get myself a watch, since I'm just spending willy-nilly now. Oh my, this lighting. I rarely see games capture this, where it just becomes perfectly flat and gray out. It's a look you so rarely get to see in real life, mainly in the winter months. I mean, the snow certainly helps with it. But anytime it's overcast but not foggy and the sun is just starting to set such that there's no color getting through the atmosphere, that's when you get this. With that light beneath the dome, it sort of looks like it's holding a flashlight under its face, like it's telling a scary story, huh? I hope there's still a decent amount of time. Just about to be 5 o'clock. Look, in weather like this, it gets dark and stormy real early. Perfect for watching Halloween specials, huh? I'm not gonna light the candle right now. I'm not gonna use the thing, because at this point it's probably better just to get some sleep. But as soon as this is done, we'll have one extra to send out. I don't know if I want to risk waiting for the last one. So the problem we're having now is that there's an overwhelmingly large pile of scrap accumulating. But this has got to be, by far, the cleanest we've ever had the base. Even if individual rooms may have looked better, we've never gotten this large of a percentage. Most rooms I haven't even bothered. This is starting to look nice. We're also starting to look sleepy. You're going in. Okay, all of this is going to be our job for today. Yeah, you're not getting anywhere near done. The storm has set you off a bit. Meanwhile, it sounds like we're kind of hungry. None. And that's it. 120 credits well spent. These things have been a staple of the series, but we may kind of put them to the wayside now. Doesn't matter. So we're going to make even more money today. This might be the most profitable day in the game I've had. Oh my god! Didn't think you would show up until I got to the absolute bottom. Well, now here we are in Nightmare Land. The snow is falling even here. If we crouch down, can we end this earlier, or will it wait until this water reaches head level? Seems like we're stuck until it's at head level. But hey, at least in our dreams we can breathe underwater, so that's kind of neat, right? Yep. Why did that even bother putting us down? No, wake up. Wake up, we have a bed. Nothing a shower can't fix. Shower that we try scrubbing even while we're sitting in it. Oh, great. This is going to be another one of those coffee nights, isn't it? What's happening on radar now? Okay, no, I think that mannequin was always in the corner. I just kind of forgot about it. There are several things up there. In fact, that might actually be up at the hole. We may actually have to respond to this one. Oh my god, this storm. Okay, frequency. Back to where you were. We have our 1,000 credits, and more on the way. We just need to get out there, I think. That's an intense sky. I don't know if you'll even be able to see it after compression, but it's just like a very faint dark red that has now fallen to nothing. I don't know if it's even midnight yet. Okay, let's keep to the roads to a point. Actually, we may be able to see distant lights better if we can get up high. I don't know, I've never really specifically had to navigate there in these conditions. You know, something's definitely up. This is advanced darkness. Storms can cause something like it, but it's still, I don't know, it feels off. How's our gas? 84? Where am I? Well, and that's something. I guess I found it, even though I thought I was nowhere close. Oh no. Wait. Did that light just blink? Like something walked in front of it? Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. It is. It's... Is it random or is it in a specific pattern? That almost looked deliberate. Aliens and cryptids, but this feels more like a ghost story. Wait, is there something there? No, it's just a stain on the wall. I was in here just the other day and these boxes weren't here, nor these notes. I am a great soft jelly thing. Smoothly! I'm ready for you. No. There's... You wouldn't hit a guy with glasses, would you? Oh, oh, that was my shadow. Oh my god. You saw that, right? There was... Okay. This happened to me last season, and it went very awry, but this time, something broke that door down, and I could see the shimmer. I could see the blur. Something just stood there for a good few seconds. What happened to my camera? It's still there. We got it all. That is a mighty fueled up lantern. Hang on, let's close that. Maybe we'll be back for it later. Can I carry it now? I can. I'm a great soft... Hang on, I can't read this. It's too dark. I am a great soft jelly thing, smoothly rounded with no mouth, with pulsing white holes filled by fog where my eyes used to be, rubbery appendages that were once my arms, bulks rounding down into legless humps of soft, slippery matter. I leave a moist trail when I move. Blotches of diseased, evil gray come and go on my surface, as though light is being beamed from within. Outwardly, dumbly, I shamble about, a thing that could never have been known as human, a thing whose shape is so alien a travesty that humanity becomes more obscene for the vague resemblance. Inwardly, alone. Here. But that's all. And I think some of you have informed me that this is actually a passage from I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. Yes, no, look, look, look! The stars are back in the sky. The moonlight reflecting off of the snow on the ground. We just lived through a ghost story. Wait, what is that right there? What is that? Some kind of new mushroom? Well, there's only one way to find out if it's poisonous or not. It didn't help, but it was edible. Let's go. The thing is, I'm used to dark nights in this game. It can get very dark if the conditions are right. But when it gets like that, you don't even realize how different it is until you can immediately compare it to normal conditions. Put one lantern down beside the other. Yeah, you only filled up to 25. You've got 100. I wonder if that'll actually persist after it's worn down. I really can't believe how much all this costs, but believe me, being able to dive down deep is the start of a chain of events that leads to some crazy things. Used to be much simpler. I would have already done the things I want to do by now if it weren't for this, but well, the job demands much more blood and labor now. How is our mining rig doing? Only 105 credits. I'm not used to it being not generating like 500 a day. But we are in a good spot. Look at this throne. I just love the blend of colors, the way it all looks. The fact that things are still out there. Good lord. Okay, I'm just gonna not even give myself the opportunity to lose time on this. And buy the scuba mask. There we go. Excuse me. Cannot determine location. Okay. Flat mushroom. That one doesn't seem to hurt. You see that? The contrast doesn't lie. I just saw something like pink or purple moving over there. We should be able to keep up if we can drive on ice. I don't... In the trees, it's hard to get an idea for depth, but there was definitely something there. What is going on tonight? With all these radar contacts, maybe it's related. Maybe something actually came to me for once. We've got plenty of fuel. I'm not getting anywhere near as much sleep as I need, but... well, when something comes, you have to respond to it, not the other way around. This stuff's not on our schedule. Nothing. There. Down there across the lake. We might have to do some real steep maneuvering to go see it. I lost it again already? Let's swing wide so that if it came to the left, we'll be able to head it off. Or at least see where it went. Nope, still there, still there. Still at the fork in the river. Yeah. We must be close. Come on, it was just right here. It was just right here. Well, while we're here, we might as well fill up our goodie bag with goodies. There we go. What am I hearing behind me? What do I even say? It's begun. The revolt. You guys are up and walking around. Well, yep. That'll teach you. For now. already trying to crawl your way back. Okay. Oh, how I dread to go back home. And honestly, just get lost. You're already back. No, you don't. Don't even think of following me, although I'd wager there's not much I could do to stop you in any event. I need to figure out what's going on in my sanctum, where I invited you all to. And I still need to climb the tower, which... Well, I just kind of took a tumble, but at least that one still seems to be there. When I hear something coming up from behind me like that, I always have to think, do I whip around in a frenzy? Is it funnier if I wait? Will I see more if I wait? These are the questions a horror Let's Player has to ask, and every time it's, well, it's a dilemma. But at least we know that they're not all moving, at least for now. Alright, I'm gonna have to start taking ID photos for all of you. There you are, you understand. Could have sworn I just saw like a light move across the trees. Could have been me misinterpreting things. Well, there we are. Do we see any more of those purple things? Not that I can tell. Wonder if the radar would back me up on that. Because of unforeseen events, we are running a little bit behind for today. Still gotta sleep, still gotta do all our work. It was one of you. And you didn't say anything, and neither did Melvin. Okay, really starting to question where people's loyalties lie. Also, something is still out there. So we've got a little bit of sugar, a little bit to replenish our losses, and pretty soon we'll put that into practice. But for now, I just need to never ever catch a break and drink some more coffee and get back out there, soldier. Meanwhile, there's our handy scuba mask that cost 1,000 credits for some reason. And our annoying ex-employee, who actually, you know, I was just gonna toss you out, but no. Get back to work, lazy bones. There we go. You might think it's unethical to lock employees, especially those made of wood, inside the workplace. But look at it this way, it's incentive not to burn the place down. I'm not seeing a thing out here. But if I'm being honest, I kinda didn't expect to. Real pretty scenery out here when the sun comes down like that, but of course the cave itself is left in shadow. We haven't been back here in a little bit. Burger! Did I just not see this before? Okay, well, there it is. Oh, maybe I couldn't take it. But it seems like this is here. We need to be here later at night. I'm really proud of that really fast dismount from the tower. Honestly, it really does become second nature after a little while. It's like, the cool thing about job simulators that are in-depth like this is, you ever see a janitor do something where it's like, okay, that is actual cleaning wizardry? You sort of develop those tricks as you play, and it can be applied to basically any job. It doesn't even matter what it is. Although, honestly, a lot of the time what I do is janitorial work. And I mean that both in this game and on the channel in general. Here we are. I'm actually running extremely low on fuel here, so this could definitely use some time to charge up, but we have the opportunity to see if we can light one of these guys. We can. I wonder if anything happens if we light them all. Of course, we'll never know just how many there are. Sound of the crows cawing in the trees above makes it feel like I've, I don't know, invoked something? Oh well, it's fine. Ooh, sushi actually gives us some tiredness back. I'd forgotten all about that. Well, that certainly makes our life easier. And I hope this is more like reciting a prayer to some deity than, you know, grabbing the attention of some demon. I suppose the two were very similar when you think about it. Hey. Hello? What are you doing out here? You look like the statue, but so did that trophy, and that's not even the pose that the statue is in. I can climb you. But I can hear that noise, the not savvy sort of noise. And is it just me, or is it louder than usual? Hang on. Hang on. This is perhaps foolish. Also, don't think I don't notice. You look like you're heading in the direction of the cabin. Oh, this is so dumb. Nope, you are thoroughly anchored in place. Hang on. I'm doing so much extra today, but if I head over to where you are, over by Whiskey, what am I gonna find? As I suspected. You're not on your pedestal anymore. Oh god, what's gonna happen now that we have that bust in our base? How's that gonna be interpreted? Oh god, those symbols on the back of it. What if you had something to do with lighting that candle? Is that possible? Is that a thing? Okay, I need more evidence, I need more documentation, but with stuff like this, like, a lot of the time I feel so excited about getting these pictures, and then I return and look at them and realize the only thing it proves is that I'm guilty of vandalism. Well, the jellyfish are tougher to explain, I guess. This is gonna be one of those times where I'm not sure if I should be in lockdown. So I'm gonna do it just in case. Melvin, please be on side for just a little while. I know you guys want to strike, but it's just not in the company spirit. By which I mean I, the boss, would not like it. Get back where you belong. Actually, where you belong is in the locker. There you go. How's this going? Another 58. We need more credits, and we need them soon. There's still one more contact out there. Okay. And it's weird how well we were doing, only to find ourselves temporarily poor. All because of that one friggin' scuba mask. You. You're done as well. And then there's you, sir. And that'll be all we need once you're processed. burger? There's no way that's been there the entire time. I'm also pretty sure I've already found a burger in here, so what is going on? Okay. Well, just kind of making sure we keep everything on the up and up for now. I'm torn because there's so many things I want to explore out there now, especially with all that's recently happened. I think this might actually be the first time I've ever bothered to clean up the server room. Remember the days long past of Season 1 where the server room was just all stuffed into the back of the main chamber? Oh, I remember those days. I also remember not liking this whole new base design at first, but I guess that just goes to show how set in your ways you become. Of course, it's always better off in the long run. Every update has been. Oh, trash on top of the servers. You can't hide from me. I'm Mr. Cleanup in here. So that's not great. That's not great at all. You're still there. So somebody's loose in here, or... Yeah, no, they wouldn't have gotten out because the garage door is closed. Okay, before the sun sets, there is actually something I want to do, because I don't want to do that thing I do every season, where I always say I want to do something, and then I spend a really long time not doing it. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to collect, or rather wear, the hazmat suit. I'm going to take the Geiger counter with me, because there's something I aim to retrieve. Visibility definitely isn't the easiest thing while wearing this, especially now that it's getting dark. But I'm pretty sure I saw that dry patch in the snow just over here somewhere. In fact, this may even be able to help us find it. Wait, is that it right there? Yep, I knew not to trust that patch. And it's totally not because of anything that happened to me last season. Here we are. Alright. We need to dig up what you've got half buried in the dirt there with you. Radioactive capsule. As much as I hate to say it, we do need it. And your skull for my collection. Look, nothing personal, it's just kind of a thing I do. Oh, and we can drop the backpack and lose ourselves some weight. How much does that radioactive capsule weigh? Actually a fair amount. Well, tell you what, keeping all that in here can't be too bad for us, right? There we go. This honestly, of all the unholy things we've done out here, all the things we shouldn't have tampered with, this is the thing that feels truly wrong. I mean, this is the first time we've taken active steps to really protect ourselves. If you haven't seen the Chernobyl TV series, I highly recommend it. Because it's a historical horror series. It's incredible. Oh, hey, you decided to come indulge? Trust me, you don't want any of what I'm carrying. Honestly, how many crimes would Dr. Kell be charged with if somebody were to come in having watched everything we did? Some of the messages we get on the emails make it seem like they do, but nobody's told us no yet. Now, the thing is, we can't really take this radioactive capsule inside with us. We definitely don't want that for now. So we have to store it until it's useful to us. Look at that note holding the door open. So it has to go somewhere we never go, and down here seems a good place for that. So let's just retrieve our things. And that's perfect. You can come with us. If we take out our Geiger counter, it's going crazy here. From how far away does it become safe? so we don't want to stand around in the doorway. Or be around here at all, really. But as long as we treat that as an unclean site, we should be okay. Just another day at the office, huh? Time to suit down. Honestly, it's like I can breathe better. How's all this looking? This needs to be sent out. It's really weird how entering your base is like a portal. How you really shift mindsets going from one environment to the other. Alright, 5 signals today. Not a bad haul. Especially considering we're about to send out 11 sugar packets. So, there we go. You get over here. What happened to you? What just happened to this box? Hang on, has this been happening the entire time and I just haven't noticed it? You turned back into the old model. Well, that's a strange one. Okay, I'm guessing that maybe you still use the other model, or rather, it spawns a distinct model when you're locked in place and can't be touched. And that one has not been updated? I don't know. The heck was that? Something's running over there. Oh my god, it's this! It's... You were launched from a friggin' catapult! Paper alien. I thought you had been removed from the game. Last season, this didn't happen. Oh my god. What? And I guess they played a sound to go with you as well. Can we use this thing ourselves? Well, it's got moving parts. Look at this. I think this is actually constructed using from items in-game. But according to this, there is still something out there. Like, genuinely something out there. 2 things, in fact, right beside each other. We just received our job. We actually do need to buy that storm filter. Very interesting. The sounds of space are fascinating. Great. You guys don't want to talk to me about the prank you somehow just pulled? Look, this is one of several pranks that are in the game, and so it's always that startle and then relief, but my question has always been, how are they managing this? I mean, the logistics of getting in here, assembling this, unless they somehow trucked it in without me noticing, without anything showing up on radar, it just boggles the mind, and if they can do all this, how come they never visit in person? And all this right after they sent me sushi. And in the middle of the storm, no less. They just missed you. That's another thing I've just realized. Get back inside. You two just sit here and think about what you've both done. Oh wait, no. We've got to send out these. Look at that motion blur. Ooh, that's actually kind of spooky. There you are, leaping towards me. You know, these are some of the only images I have that actually convey motion. And then there's you. So many strange things happening recently. Of course, in this case with cloaking technology or whatever was happening there. Even when we took a picture of something that was standing right in front of us, we still have got nothing. I know I say this every season, but I'm just going through all this thinking, if somebody were to find this place abandoned and scroll through this, what would they even think? Oh, that was just lightning. Okay, yeah, let's buy that storm filter. We're not really saving for anything else anymore. But tonight, I want to go check out the cave. And it only makes sense, because off in that direction, yes, there are not one but two contacts. So we actually, yeah, we may want to move on this. Alright, let's go. I want to wait around for the next drone drop to arrive, because I've ordered something kind of important. You're grinding away still. May want to add to it soon. Ooh, let's get this out of the way. I thought that was like a bright-eyed version of the dream monster staring down at me for a second. I wonder if the drone ever sees me freaking out like this on the loading bay. Drive execution. There's our glow stick and our digital map. Both of those supremely helpful to us. Can we send you for a ride? I don't know how we would even use this thing. Oh well, off to the cave. Here's another one of these things. Sun is starting to arrive. But it at least looks nice in the dark, right? Leave some little light out there, besides our own. Hello? Well, I just harvested some berries. That was so... I thought it was like some kind of weird spider creature as it approached. It wasn't covered in snow. I guess we'll find out what that's about. Before then, let's come through here. Be careful not to exhaust all our fuel. It's a sign. I thought there was something moving in the dark there, which I suppose there always could be. Every little thing is making me jump now as I get close. Okay, now we've got our flashlight, we've got our map, which shows us our exact position and coordinates. Ooh, and it looks like this thing might even have been touched up a bit. We've also got a glow stick. And really, what more can you ask for? It's an infinite source of light. Even if it's not necessarily the best source of light. Burger. So whatever is here leaves its nest at night, eh? Pumpkins and all manner of mushrooms. Even more of that straw bedding. And even this place is outfitted with asbestos ceilings. But hey, maybe their physiology is different from ours. Maybe it can break it down. Game saves automatically before you enter the area. You cannot save or pause inside this area once you get in. Let's go. What was that sound? Also, floodlights on. Now, I think I saw just a bit of this right at the tail end of the previous season, but I have never attempted to explore the caves like this before. I've never been beyond this point. So clearly, others were in here before me. but perhaps not beyond this point. Yeah, this is gonna get real treacherous, and I don't really feel up to it right at this moment. But I will in the near future. And that's what all this has been about, getting down into this cave. Obviously, I'm applying a lot of foreknowledge here, but remember, this is a uranium mine, so that's why I bought the hazmat suit. We're gonna need to go down there with it because it's gonna be radioactive, but also, we're gonna need what's in the lake. That's why I needed the scuba mask. That's what all this equipment has been for. That's what all these preparations have been for. Alright, going into that cave is basically the only time it actually takes you out of the map, so everything will have been reset. I probably have to redo the TV when we get home, but you know what? It's no matter. So this is just another thing they lied about, right? I don't know where those floodlights are getting their power from. Look at how red and colorful this valley is. I couldn't see it under all the snow, and man, I imagine that's got to be like the most extreme possible version of the movie theater effect, huh? You go underground into a cave, it feels like it's only a few minutes, but then you come back up and the seasons have changed? I would be scrambling back to base to check the emails, find out how much time has been lost. Imagine you go for this quick little errand, and then you come back to find your successor sitting in your chair, him just as confused as you. You hear that? I just heard a little quack. I just heard a little quack. Oh, we're never ever gonna find it in here. But this is something that I've experienced a couple of times. A couple seasons ago, I heard it but didn't find it. Last season, it happened to appear right next to me, but there is a little rubber duck that can just kind of randomly spawn near you. Radar looks clear. Entirely clear. Now we need our scuba mask, and we need our scuba mask tank. And how do we combine these things again? I don't remember if it's on the workshop table. I don't want to leave without doing it. No? Maybe... There we go. Thank you. We're off. Look at this show the shadow from the windmills is giving us. Feels properly climactic, like I'm an astronaut walking down the catwalk to enter the ship, although this might be a little bit less dangerous. It's so weird seeing all this in summer mode. Okay, it was over here somewhere. And now... we sink like a stone. I don't understand the physics of this, but hey, I guess it gives you an incentive to buy all this instead of just going down in one go. Look at us jumping along the floor like we got one of those giant suits. And there we find the pickaxe. That's not all. That's not all I want to see. There's still that opening, that tunnel over here. And this does not look like a normal... Well, actually, a normal what? I don't know. I don't know what you would compare this to, but it doesn't look normal. Actually, it looks like the entrance to the Mystery Flesh Pit National Park, which, at this stage, it wouldn't be surprising at all if that's just what this is. Here we are. Honestly, for all I know, that maybe is a reference, considering all the things this game pays homage to. Hey, I'd completely forgotten about this bin. How funny would it be if we kept the radioactive capsule inside that? Now there's actually an idea. No doubt better than the bunker entrance that doesn't even fully contain it. Alright, we take you off. Actually, if I drop the mask on the ground, you can see how much that used. That almost used a full 10%. But I suppose we don't use it all that often, so it's alright. The sugarcane doesn't seem to be respawning either. I am still going to collect what I can, but I'm actually unsure at this point if I should leave some just in case I need it for something later. There you go. Have you come to join me? That's what I thought. Tell you what, there's no ice to save you now. There you go, drown. Oh no, wood floats! You know what that means. This must be witchcraft. And honestly, would that even be surprising at this stage? All right, the last thing I want to do before we send out that box is retrieve the last of the MREs from here. I think there's about 10 of them left. That's a much bigger smoke plume than the transformer can account for. Okay, I'm gonna have to go investigate that. We now have no less than 14 sugar bags and 12 MREs to send out. So this should be a nice payday for us. Oh, and hey, look at that. It suddenly started snowing again, so that's cool. Once I set up some of those signals again, we'll be heading out. I gotta remember to do those servers. This is the kind of day where I might forget. Whole lot of excitement going on all at once. But we've got the pickaxe retrieved from the bottom of the lake. Oh, also, I should take a roll call. Okay, it looks like all but the two we knew about are still here. So here's the transformer that decidedly isn't. No, it's burning much further in. Actually, I can see something there. I didn't see the obvious things, though, because now they blend in with the trees. How genius is that? They're back. I mean, I suppose they never left. And it looks like they're setting up camp. I wonder what an alien meal tastes like. The ATV is getting its picture taken with these things. Wait, we can use this to get up here. Okay, I'm going to assume nothing has changed and that I do not want to touch this. That there's nothing to be gained from doing so. There's certain times, sometimes I look at something and I'm like, should I do it just for new people? But no. See, all their stuff is protected. Try and touch it, you'll get a little zap. But hey, if you guys are really setting up shop in a more permanent fashion, well, we're gonna need to be neighborly. You know, I just realized what a significant event this was. I missed you guys last time. I didn't have any pictures. The only thing I had so far was that moment you appeared outside the base. Which I guess means you don't care about me knowing that you're here. We're gonna have to start establishing diplomatic relations. I've also got to fix a couple of towers while I'm out here. Look at you, back on your roost like nothing happened. Well, I'll tell you what, all I can do, really, is take a picture and hope that the metadata will speak for itself. That this was taken later. Unless I'm really good at reattaching you after dragging you back here in one piece. That should at least say something, right? I think we already know the answer to that. This also kind of illustrates that every once in a while, it's probably a good idea to go back and check on locations we've already been to. Maybe that cabin is due for another look, and, well, definitely the one in the restricted area. You flopping over has a whole other look when you can dive down into the snow like that. Oh my, I hadn't even considered that. Concealed mannequins. And you don't need to breathe as far as I know. An avalanche would wipe out everything but you. You're like roaches. Is it just me, or did this just get, like, weirdly quiet? Okay, the ambient sounds just got weird for a second, and it was shorting my brain out. Like, I was hearing no sounds from the server whatsoever. Even now, it seems, like, weirdly muted. Okay, I'm getting back to base now. This is too weird. You know, we've got some gaps in our current roster, and... hey, I'd forgotten about that mannequin. Alright, well, tell you what, there are some gaps in our current roster. I kind of wanted to bring you into the main chamber, but I kind of like the idea of having, like, a crew chief, you know? There you are. When I drive in, you kind of wave me in with hand signals, like we're on a carrier deck or something. Meanwhile, we've got to figure out what we're doing with this thing. I guess just park it out here for now. But there's got to be some use for it. I think I've gotten this one before. I think a signal like that is just designed to startle you. You know, you're just sitting here with your feet up on the desk watching TV, and then at 3 in the morning, that just starts playing. And sure, it's no different normally from anything else you'd hear, but just the abruptness of it, in contrast with whatever you were doing before, just jolts you awake. A lot of servers going down recently. There may even be more down already since I fixed them, so... we've got a lot of money. I'm going to invest that into more server stability, which is... where's that? There we go. I'm fine with spending a few hundred on this, just because it eats up so much of my time. And a bit more into download speed, too, couldn't hurt. What the heck, a little more. Focus on the bottlenecks. That's how I do it. Meanwhile, we've got another unknown. That was like a voice echoing down an empty hallway. In space. That's gonna leave me thinking. I am actually kind of tempted right now to try these berries. Apparently you can learn them by color. I don't know which ones are okay. I think those actually healed me. Or those are the sign for poison. I guess we'll find out. Funny enough, those ships being here constantly is proof that they really do have stealth technology. They're not showing up on radar. Like, whatsoever. There are a bunch of clever things. But we are going to be sending out another 5 signals tonight. And remind me to order more of these boxes. Yep. Once again, this has occurred. What do you gain? This? Oh, hey, you're really starting to pile up out here. Well, you just sit out here in the snow with your noses pressed against the glass like orphans. There's that again. You guys wait outside. I know I can trust you to do so. Has that chunk of meat always been back there? I honestly don't remember, but look. Look at them, all swaying in what should be a non-existent breeze, as if something was just right here. Although what that something is, I still don't know. I can turn the wood pieces into wooden scrap. I'm not sure what this is for. I think I've done this before, but it's been a long time. I think you used to need it for stuff. You probably still do. But there goes our job. We really just need to focus on sleep. We don't have nearly enough of it. I don't like this, says Dr. Max. I don't like how this sounds. Quite scary and unnerving. I'll send this data to Enna. She'll analyze it further. We didn't even get anything all that scary this time. Aren't I just a busy bee the last couple episodes? Like, we've spent an enormous amount of money, but we've also made an enormous amount of money. And that's only gonna continue to snowball from here on out. Oh man, I have completely neglected to try building snowmen again. That'll have to be something for next part, because I still have something I want to do tonight. I said I would be going back to the cave, and I meant it. Let's finish off the last of this sushi. Nom. And I guess we'll figure out what to do with the container later. Oh wait, is there still a little bit? No, I guess that's just like, I don't know, features? I don't know, are there tools for eating sushi? An image? What is that? To me, that almost looks like teeth, or like a microscope looking at cells, some structure. What a time for the candle to go out and me turn around to see a silhouette in front of the window. Although half of this is created by me. There you go, that's the ease with which we handle drives now. Okay, this is going to be all we need for the day already. I'm going to do this, get a little bit of sleep, and then head out. Alright, I've got lots of things going for the day. We're gonna take this with us in case we need it. And I'm also gonna do something that I haven't shown in the series, which is I'm gonna put you here. I'm gonna split the hook into half hooks. Reason being, this is much better for caving. I'm gonna take the pickaxe with me. And the hazmat suit. And yes, all this is very necessary. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Let us ride. I already can't see anything. Here we are. And I think I've got all I need. Let's just do a quick gear check before entering. We've got the pickaxe, 2 half hooks, coffee, glow stick, and yeah. Alright, that's all we need and then some. Let's see what awaits. We need the light. I am once again off-put by whatever that noise is. We are going to be relying mostly on flashlight here. There is a good chance that I do not survive this, because caving, as in real life, is extremely difficult and extremely dangerous in Voices of the Void. We're going to need one of our half hooks for this, because the terrain is unforgiving. Okay, let me just reacclimate myself to the controls so we don't accidentally have a mishap. That's also part of the reason you split the half hooks, because A, you have an extra one, B, you're less likely to have a mishap. Now, this is all procedurally generated, meaning I have no idea what we're going to find down here. Going down is harder than going up. If we hit something, we're going for a tumble. If we fall just a little bit faster than it would like. It's really just about anchoring ourselves. Now, we need to make sure we know where we're going on the way back, too. That's the other thing. Because even if we find something we're looking for, there's still the possibility we won't be able to make it. There's just the tiniest, almost imperceptible rumble. Other than that, it's only our own footsteps off the cave wall. Just a couple minutes ago, I was sitting in my cozy little room. I feel like I just heard a moan. Just making sure that that's still equipped. If our batteries run out, we're gonna have to swap them in the dark. And here is our first bit of good fortune. Now, I'm not sure if I even really want this, but if we grab the pickaxe, we can mine these for coal pieces. There we are. And we can take all of that, which we can eventually craft into a big piece. But that's not really what I'm here for. Okay, that way gets really narrow. Is there perhaps something to be found here? Oh, you know, I did just recently for the channel read the creepypasta Ted the Caver. Getting flashbacks to it now. Speaking of flash, I need new batteries. What am I looking at here? Not really, what am I looking at? It's like untextured. I'm stuck inside the rock. I am stuck inside the rock. There doesn't seem to be a way to unstuck myself. Yep, that's the caving experience in Voices of the Void. I can't... In this situation, you have to Alt F4. Why? I've now loaded back in, and the layout of the cave is going to be altogether different. And it's real important to make a note of where you have and haven't been. Fortunately, I have no means of doing so at the moment. The walls are seemingly taking on a different shade. That's weird. I'm just assuming, since that whole entrance area has changed, that there's gotta be something more here. Something that wasn't when I last explored, right? What is that sound? Also, I don't know what it is, but the fact that I'm wearing this suit just makes this feel so unnatural. There! There! Okay, I don't know if I've seen these before, actually, but... I mean, I remember finding some type of crystal, but I think they were different looking, weren't they? Unless I'm thinking of the other thing. What are you? Quartz crystal. Yeah, no, you're something different. You're not what I'm looking for, but you are something new. I haven't seen you before. The question is, what do we do with quartz? And, well, for that matter, should I just cut my losses? There's still another one up there, but Screw it, we've got time. But just beyond, that might be what I'm looking for. That might be what I'm looking for. Indeed, I think it is. This must be a stash of that uranium I've been hearing so much about. And it's a ton of it, too. Radioactive crystal shard. We're gonna be filling our backpacks with this. Look at this. It glows so bright we don't even need our flashlight. Which is just as well, because we might as well save a bit of battery. Actually, this battery is already pretty well spent. There we go. This used to be really, really hard to get to. I've spent a lot of time in caves, and I have never had a run this successful, not even close, without having a ton of space behind me unexplored. So this actually feels like I might be able to find my way back. Listen to that rattling its way down the chamber. And all this right over an abyss. It has been a huge amount of investment to get here. But now that we are, it seems like it's hopefully paying off. There we go. I don't want to be greedy. The only way I can think to get at something like this would be to kind of crouch on top of it. There we go. This is gonna fall, but that's fine because we'll have the stuff. Oop. Ow. I just hope we can get it back. Stop clipping into yourself like a ghost, Dr. Kell. There we go. I don't think we're gonna be able to stand on top of that one. But I also think we need a bunch of these things. Don't be greedy. Just don't be greedy. I can't see a thing. Their brightness spoiled me. Actually, I was going to see if I could use one of these things as a glow stick. The answer is I slightly can, but individually it's not very much. See, the scariest part about caving in this game, and, well, I imagine a lot of ways in real life, is finding your way back. Of course, those guys, they use glow sticks and all kinds of tether lines. Really? I did not come prepared for this whatsoever. I mean, you gotta be prepared for the fact that each glow stick costs 30 credits, and, well, you know, your life is only worth so much. Just gotta make sure we don't miss that turn. Because if we do, I think this is it. Actually, it's only now that I'm taking in the silence that I think back to those sounds that we heard before. I have never heard that before. And it makes me think that maybe there's something else going on here. I really hope this is the... Oh my god. Oh my god. Maybe this way? Maybe? If it is, it shouldn't be that far. Yes, okay. Turn off my light to make sure my eyes don't deceive me. We made it! We made it back! Alright. Just for safety's sake, I'm gonna remove the backpack. I'm gonna have to do some science when we get home. Let's hit the road. Can barely even see the light with how thick this visor is, but I am so excited we made it out of that. Actually coming back with a big haul. The most I ever managed was a bunch of coal. I don't even know what this quartz is. We need to find out what we can do with it. So for all you newcomers, I really wonder, have I done a good job by this point at impressing upon you the scope that this game exists within? Because we've done diving and caving and mining, we have to worry about radiation and aliens and cryptids and ghosts. I've talked about all that before, and it just keeps getting bigger. Like, this is a game about what is essentially a park ranger job. Not only that, but a park ranger job where a majority of the work you do is done behind a desk. But here we are, sneaking off at 3 a.m. to go mining uranium in our radiation suit. And it's all our choice. It's not like this game has the level where you do that, it's because we decided to pursue it. Before we could even do this, we had to buy scuba gear to go retrieve a pickaxe from the bottom of a lake, where we found the entrance to the mystery flesh pit. Feels weird to be doing this job in a mask like this, but our job for today is already done in addition to our mining job. So, you know, uphill both ways in the snow. Yeah. It's like that DOS skiing game. You know, the one with the Yeti. Maybe I don't want to draw comparisons to that, but anyway, right now we need to find out if we're toxic. So we come over to the Geiger counter. It seems to be okay for now. If I take off the backpack, it still seems okay. That's a good sign. If we take out a couple of radioactive crystals, now it detects them. Okay. Okay. So what we're gonna do then is bring all of that to our radioactive dump site. Wow, you really got back on your feet quickly. If only you'd used that enthusiasm at the company. I really hope having a big pile of this stuff doesn't screw anything up. But I really don't have anywhere else to keep this stuff for right now. There we go. Actually, what's this gonna look like from the outside? You know what? You? And you? Why don't you let me know? I'm like a James Bond villain, aren't I? That was impressive, by the way. Oh, you guys would have made great employees. Now, you're not but experiments. Now I'm curious, will this extend any further? Not really. Pretty much have to go right up to the door in order to get a reading. And you know what? That's fine by me. Look, we can actually see the glow coming up through the ground. You guys trying to dash up the stairs to safety? Well, it's not gonna happen. You are locked in. And that means that we can finally rest easy and take all this junk off. The reason I wanted to get all that is because of this blueprint over here. Compressed radioactive material, metal scrap, and a gas welder to make more radioactive capsules. I have never had the means to do this before. And I'll refine it to weapons grade within a year. Look at you getting stuck in the ATV. You know what? I'll just leave you wallowing in this issue you've given yourself. You make sure he doesn't come in. Oh god, though, does that mean you're still up there? Melvin! Melvin, you're trying to make a break for it in my ATV? Hang on. That's not allowed. That is not allowed whatsoever. This is a betrayal of the highest order. Are you kidding? Never mind, I guess you're not my crew chief anymore. You're the new Melvin. So get in here, new Melvin. Let me show some favoritism by getting rid of this for you. Hang on. Yep. Now, it's a tough job, but I'm confident you can do it. Anybody is better than the last guy. As long as you don't try to make off my ATV, you'll be fine here. But man, what a packed episode this has been. I don't even know where to go from here. I don't know how to conclude it, because we've just been through so much. I guess we can end it by I guess reflecting on the fact that they are here to stay now. The visitors. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of you guys going on strike now. And that number's only going to increase, isn't it? Either way, we've got their photos now, but we're going to need more than that, aren't we? I'm not satisfied. Oh. The drone's coming in. It's 10 a.m. Okay, well, you know what? I guess we'll have to find out what that is next time. Until then, if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this game out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Oh, and by the way, I should have mentioned a long time ago that you can watch the series early on Patreon by a couple days.